Tune into Sports 360 with Ahmed Hamad.
New Zealand beat South Africa by 50 runs in the second semi-final of the ICC Champions Trophy cricket tournament at Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore and have reached the final of the trophy, which is going to be played between India and New Zealand on the 9th of March at Dubai. New Zealand captain Mitchell Santner winning the toss and opted to bat first, and batting first, they put up a record total of this ICC Champions Trophy. Yes, batting first, they scored 362 for the loss of 6 wickets in their stipulated 50 overs. Thanks to Ravindra and Williamson, 164 runs second wicket partnership, and also both of them scoring centuries. And in reply, South Africa, chasing a mammoth total of 363, could only score 312 for the loss of 9 wickets, thus losing the match by 50 runs. Okay, some stats prior to this match. Both the team have so far played 73 matches against each other. South Africa have the edge. They have won 42, while New Zealand won only 26 matches. New Zealand prior to this tournament playing a tri-nation series in Pakistan, also involving Pakistan and South Africa. They beat South Africa in the tri-nation as well, and here they batted sensibly. Their start was sedate. They scored 56 runs in the first power play. They lost their first wicket at 48 in the 8th over, and that is of Will Young trying to hit out Lungi Ngidi, who outfoxed him with a slower one, and he got an outside edge, and Aiden Makram took a catch in point area. So he was out after scoring 21 of 23 balls, hitting 3 fours, and his strike rate was 91. Then New Zealand had a match-turning partnership of 164 of 154 balls for the second wicket between Williamson and Ravindra. Both scored run a ball. Williamson 80 of 77 balls and Ravindra 82 of 77 balls, and putting on 164 of 154 balls. That took their total to 212 in the 34th over, where Ravindra, who scored his 5th century in the ICC tournament. Yes, from 9 innings, he has so far scored 5 centuries in the ICC tournament. His 100 came off 93 balls with the help of 12 fours and 1 6. Ravindra also goes past Ben Duckett of England to become the highest run scorer in the current Champions Trophy cricket tournament. He lost his wicket at 212 in the 34th over. Kagiso Rabada bowled a wider of a delivery, a slower one, and chasing Ravindra got an outside edge and was caught behind by Henrik Klaasen. He scored 108 of 101 balls with the help of 13 fours and 1 6, with a healthy strike rate of 107. And New Zealand had another 39 runs partnership of 38 balls for the third wicket between Williamson and Daryl Mitchell. Williamson added another 22, reaching his 15th century in one international of 91 balls, hitting 10 fours and 2 sixes, and was third to go at 251 in the 40th over, trying to play a ramp shot, and was caught by Lungi Ngidi inside short fine leg of the bowling of Jan Mulder. He scored 102 of 94 balls, hitting 10 fours and 2 sixes with a strike rate of 109. 6 runs later, New Zealand lost Tom Latham at 257 in the 42nd over, and he was clean bowled by Kagiso Rabada trying to play another ramp shot, exposing his stump, and was clean bowled by Rabada. He scored 4 of 5 balls. Then came the finishers. New Zealand had a very good start, and the lower middle order capitalized on it. New Zealand had 5th and 6th wicket significant partnership. 5th wicket between Daryl Mitchell and Glenn Phillips. 57 runs of just 30 balls, 5 overs and 57 runs. Daryl Mitchell contributed 30 of 13 balls and Glenn Phillips 26 of 17 balls. That took their total to 314 in the 47th over, when Daryl Mitchell was out after scoring 49 of 37 balls, hitting 4 fours and 1 6 with a strike rate of 132. Was unlucky not to complete his half century, but was out after scoring a significant knock. He was caught by Kagiso Rabada, of the bowling of Nungi Nagiri. Then another brutal partnership of 46 for the 6th wicket of just 22 balls between Michael Bracewell and Glenn Phillips. Bracewell contributed 16 of 12 and Glenn Phillips 23 of 10 balls, and they added 46 of just 22 balls that took their total to 360. In the 50th over, Michael Bracewell was the sixth man to go after scoring 16 of 12 balls, hitting 2 fours, caught by Ryan Rickleton of the bowling of Lungi Nigiri. In the end, Glenn Phillips remained unbeaten on 49 of 27 balls, hitting 6 fours and 1 6 with a staggering strike rate of 181, and Mitchell Santner, the captain, remained unbeaten on 2. New Zealand batsmen hit 38 fours and 5 sixes. 182 runs of 362, almost 50% of the runs scored by New Zealand batsmen came off boundaries. They scored their runs at 7.24 and scored 362 for the loss of 6 wicket in their stipulated 50 overs, the highest total of this Champions Trophy cricket tournament. New Zealand batsmen played 118 balls as dot, almost 20 overs as dot balls, but they hit 38 fours and 5 sixes that compensate all the dot balls their batsmen have batted. Looking at the South African bowling, Marco Jansen, 10 overs, no maiden, 79 runs and no wicket. His economy was 7.90 and he was hit for 11 fours. Lungi Nagiri, 10 overs, 72 runs and 3 wicket with economy of 7.20. He was also hit for 9 fours and 1 6. He also bowled 2 white balls. Kagiso Rabada, their spearhead fast bowler, 10 overs, 1 maiden, 70 runs and 2 wicket with economy of 7. He was hit for 6 fours and 1 6. Then Vian Mulder, 6 overs, 48 runs and 1 wicket with economy of 8. He was hit for 6 fours. Then Keshav Maharaj, 10 overs, no maiden, 65 runs and no wicket with economy of 6.50. He was hit for 4 fours but 3 sixes also. Aidan Makram, 4 overs, 23 runs and no wicket, and in 4 overs he was hit for 2 fours. Looking at the phases of New Zealand batting, in the first power play they scored 56 runs for the loss of just 1 wicket, and in the next 10 overs from 11 to 20 they scored another 57 runs without losing a wicket, and from over number 21 to 30 next 10 overs they added another 68 without losing a wicket, and in the third phase of middle part of the inning, which is from over number 11 to over number 40, from over number 31 to 40 they added 71 runs for the loss of 2 wicket. In between, in those 30 overs, New Zealand batsmen scored 196 runs for the loss of just 2 wickets. And in the last 10 overs, the death overs, their batsmen have wickets in hand and they capitalize it to the perfection, adding another 110 for the loss of 3 wicket in the last 10 overs. That helped them to reach 362 for the loss of 6 wicket in their stipulated 20 overs. Okay, in reply, chasing a target of 363, South Africa lost their first wicket at just 20 in the 5th over. They were not scoring according to the required run rate, which is almost 7 runs per over. And in the 5th over, at 4 runs per over, they lost their first wicket of Ryan Rickleton, who scored 17, consuming 12 balls, hitting 4 fours with a strike rate of 142, caught by Michael Bracewell of the bowling of Matt Henry. But their second wicket partnership of 105 run a ball between Wonder Dussen and captain Temba Bavuma kept them in the game as they reach 125 in the 23rd over. The captain Temba Bavuma was out after scoring 56 of 71 balls, hitting 4 fours and 1 6 with a strike rate of 79. Came out of his crease to play inside out and got an outside edge and was caught by Williamson in the gully of the bowling of Mitchell Santner. Then Rassie Wonder Dussen, who was batting brilliantly, scoring 69 of 66 balls, hitting 4 fours and 2 6 with a strike rate of 105, got a japper of a delivery from New Zealand captain Mitchell Santner, bowling round the wicket, getting a perfect drift, and then Rassie Wonder Dussen was beaten all hands up. His middle stump was uprooted and he was out after scoring 69 runs. South Africa were 3 down for 161 in the 27th over. 6 runs later, they lost the wicket of Hendrik Klaasen, who they were heavily relying on chasing this mammoth total, and he was out after scoring 3 of 7 balls, caught by Matt Henry, where he injured his right shoulder as well after bowling of Mitchell Santner, going back foot and trying to go big, and was caught by Matt Henry after bowling of Mitchell Santner. Mitchell Santner bowled a brilliant bowling spell, and the difference why South Africa not being able to chase down that 362 was Mitchell Santner, the left arm leg spinner. South Africa were 4 down for 167 in the 29th over, and the match was considered to be over as the rest of the batsmen, including Aiden Markram, even David Miller, scored a century, but for a losing cause. They lost their 5th wicket at 189 in the 33rd over. Aiden Markram was the 5th man to go, and he was caught and bowled by Ravindra, part-time spinner, and playing a loose shot, and was caught by Ravindra, scoring 31 of 29 balls, hitting 3 fours with a strike rate of 107. 11 runs later, they lost Wiaan Mulder, their 6th wicket in the 36th over, and Mulder could only score 8 of 13 balls, again caught by Ravindra after bowling of Michael Bracewell. Then 12 runs later, Marco Jansen out in the 38th over. South Africa were 212, and Marco Jansen was legged before by Glenn Phillips, scoring just 3 runs. 6 runs later, they lost the 8th wicket at 218. Keshav Maharaj was out after scoring 1, caught by Latham, the wicketkeeper, off the bowling of Glenn Phillips, and 9 to go was Kagiso Rabada at 256 in the 46th over, and Rabada made 16 of 22 balls, hitting 2 fours. But then David Miller, although it seems to be South Africa are going to lose this match, but he scored another century. A century of 67 balls, hitting 10 fours and 4 sixes, and he's reached his milestone on the last ball of the inning, scoring a double to reach 100, and his strike rate was 149. 10 fours and 4 sixes, scoring a century of 67 balls, and remain unbeaten along with Lungi Nigidi, who scored 1 run, and they both put on 56 runs for the 10th wicket of 27 balls. Unbroken 56-run partnership, and out of 56, Lungi Nigidi could only score 1 of 2 balls. Rest of the 25 balls were played by David Miller, who of 25 balls scored 54 runs and reaching his century as well. Now looking at the South African batting phase, they also scored 56 runs as compared to New Zealand, who also scored 56 in the first power play. But the middle part of the inning, where New Zealand scored 196 and have lost just 2 wickets, here South Africa lost 7 wickets, scoring 167 runs. Also in the last 10 overs, where New Zealand scored 110, South Africa could only score 89 runs and have lost 1 wicket. In the end, South Africa could only score 312 for the loss of 9 wickets in their stipulated 50 overs at a run rate of 6.24. South African batsmen hit 27 fours as compared to New Zealand, who hit 38 fours. South African batsmen could only hit 27 fours, but they hit 7 sixes, and out of 312 runs, their batsmen scored 150 runs in boundaries. Looking at the New Zealand bowling attack, Matt Henry 7 overs, 43 runs and 2 wickets with economy of 6.14. He was hit for 6 fours. Then Kyle Jamieson 7 overs, 1 maiden, 57 runs and no wicket with economy of 8.14. He was hit for 6 fours and 3 sixes. Then William O'Rourke 8 overs, 69 runs and no wicket with economy of 8.62, and he was hit for 10 fours. Michael Bracewell 10 overs, 53 runs and 1 wicket with economy of 5.30. He was hit for only 2 fours in his quota of 10 overs and 1 6. He also bowled 3 white balls. Mitchell Santner, the New Zealand captain, 10 overs, 43 runs and 3 wicket with economy of 4.30. He was hit for only 2 fours and 1 6 in his quota of 10 overs. Ravindra 5 overs, 20 runs and 1 wicket with economy of 4. He was hit for just 1 4 in his 5 overs, while Glenn Phillips also bowled 3 overs, gave away 27 runs, capturing 2 wickets. Ravindra of New Zealand, who scored a brilliant 108 of 101 balls, also capturing 1 for 20 and taking 2 catches, was declared player of the match. So the final is now going to be played between India and New Zealand at Dubai Cricket Stadium on 9th of March. Wishing both the team best of luck, we come to the end of our show. Till the next program, it's goodbye from Sports 360.
Keep on watching Sports 360 with Ahmed Hamad for latest news, views, and interviews of sports personalities from around the world.